Alright guys, time for another horror stories video. And this one is one that I've been trying to make for a long time now. But it's this one, another one like the last one, that should have been premiered uh, like 2 years ago. But I just never got around to it. So I'm going to tell you today. So this is going to be a shorter video than last time. Well, I mean, it'll still, because there'll be a lot of talking in here, so just be ready, grab some popcorn, because I got some stuff to talk about today. So what do we got talking about today? Well, I'm going to tell you the time, my 8th grade year, that the 7th graders that were in the school I was in below me decided it was a good idea to vandalize the brand new bathrooms that the school I was at just got. That does not sound good, does it? Well, it's not, because, oh boy. And the worst part is that I was in there. I was in there using the bathroom, like a normal person. So, what's going on? So, we came in from recess, and I remember it was a Wednesday. It was like the first Wednesday of March of 2016, because this is the year I graduated from 8th grade. So, what happened is that I go in there, all normal, just go in there, use the bathroom, and I hear like commotion, like, oh boy. Like, then I see them come in, and all of a sudden, like, the light went out. They turned the light off, and I'm like, hey, turn the light back on. And they did that, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I mean, I don't know how they did it, but I didn't hear they did, but they cracked a tile. So I didn't see him do it because I was in the stall. I'm like, hey, knock it off. I'm like, really, this is not going to end well. And then, so basically, what I did is that I just said, you know what, I'm just going to wrap this up because I don't want any part of this. And I was like, I don't know what. And I came out, it looked exactly normal. I did not notice anything. I'm like, eh. Maybe they were just horsing around. I didn't know that they vandalized it at the time, because you got to realize this is not the first time it has happened. This started happening like, let me see, 4 years prior, like 2011 when this first happened. And it was, I don't know what grade it was, but it was one of them, but I don't know who it was. So what happened is uh, the because on at this school we had this thing called Celebration Fridays. Near the end, I just wasn't a big fan because they would always have. Yeah, I got some more horror stories from that. I'm gonna be making a video about that someday. I need to figure that out how I'm gonna do that. But anyways, so the principal told us like we had something happen to our new bathrooms over there, and it's like, so basically that's when they enacted like, the teacher has to go with what's happened. That wasn't the first time it happened, because it's like, this is not the first time this has happened. This is for the new people. But I've seen this happen uh, twice before. Something along the lines of that, like twice before, and I don't remember if it had ever been anything that crazy. I mean, you could probably say, yeah, that probably was that crazy. Or I mean, 20. It's 2020. No one's gonna judge you for it, but I'm not gonna go on that side. But anyways, basically, what I want to get out of this is the one question I have, and I still think about it to this day. Why in the world? I mean, like, how can you crack? I mean, did they bring a? I mean, I said they cracked the top. I mean, did they like bring a ball in there, or like what do they do? Or here's another one. That could have been cracked like back in when it was first installed, and they never noticed it. It could have been cracked like a long time. I mean, it could have been when they were first building it, before they even school my last year even started. So maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. You let me know in the comments, but maybe if there was like an accident that happened where the construction people dropped it and they had to fill it in with yeah, that sometimes that happens. I mean, accidents happen, but this, I'll tell you something. This happened like happened in my fourth grade year, sixth grade year, and eighth grade year, because this school went through eighth. But there was a time where they had kindergarten, but then they got like it depended on how. What happened was is that there was some grades would have three teachers, and then some grades would have two. And it was all this the grade that and it was like this weird theory that I always came up with is like, why is the one with three teachers always more rowdy than the one with two? That's what I always saw. Because the one above us had three, and then the one below us had three. I mean, that's what happened for like the longest time. And I mean, is that how it is? I mean, if that's how it is now, I mean, for all the people that have to, you know, well, I feel for you because you're gonna have a long, long, long ride. It's just gonna. That's just what it's gonna be. So, if you are really smart, you would say, well, you probably say that that's not really gonna work. So, I'm not gonna judge you for that. But what I am gonna judge you for, if you start saying that, yeah, no, I was using the bathroom. I had to use the bathroom, and then they just came in and I knew who it was. It's like, oh boy, I knew who it was right away. I was like, oh boy, red flag. I know. Oh, and I said, I never said anything because I didn't want to be that person that reported because I just didn't want that because I was. This is, gotta remind you, this is during my phase one of my downward spiral. This is 20. This was March of 2016. This is like, yeah, March 2nd, 2016. When this happened, and then that Friday was March 4th when we had this big like assembly thing, which I got a whole another ball game with that because that was just something. Every time when we have one coming, like the day before was like that's when you really gotta. The question is, am I gonna get afraid now or whatever? But sometimes I didn't. That didn't really bother me. I just didn't care. I was like near the end, I was like, whatever. I was like, I did. Well, first thing, what did I do to get one? Like if you like I'm saying, it's that this is off track right now. That's what happens. You can't just do it willy nilly. You have to have a reason. Because that person, like, I didn't do that at all. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's false. That is a lie. That's a fake one. I'm like I mean yeah, just I don't care whatever. Who cares? It's gonna be now or never. So might as well just realize that that's not what happened at all. That's just not what happened. So pretty sure because I don't remember now because it's been about almost, well, it'll be 5 years next year. So I think we're gonna, yeah. Cause I mean, before we wrap this up, I'm gonna say this because if you're in like middle school right now and you have stories of people that vandalized the bathroom or anything like that, just let me know down in the comments because I like to see it because that's something that I'm trying to push. Like, just leave a comment. See if you've ever had any people in your school vandalize a bathroom, like graffiti on the wall. Because that's, I mean, we had that happen like several times. I mean, I remember going in. Like this is probably about not too early on, but maybe about halfway through the 8 years. I just went into the bathroom on the first floor on the lower inside. The lower inside is on the inside of school. The eighth, seventh, and eighth grade, I knew the office. And what happened was, well, this was, I went in there and I never reported because nothing I can do about it. Well, I went in there and someone decided to write something on the wall, but no one even noticed it. It was like it was engraved. Well, I mean, it was probably gone by the time I would have been dried up and it was gone. I went in there later that day and it was gone. So pretty sure they destroyed the evidence when they went back in there. So basically, it was completed. Don't vandalize the bathroom because you know that's it. Your parents are gonna have to pay for it, and that just might go on your record, and it's just not even people gonna know you vandalized stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna end this off. So if you want to leave a comment, tell me you want to vandalize the bathroom, do so, and that'll be great. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. When I start streaming again soon. We got more coming. I'm taking this time off, but I'm doing horror story videos in the meantime so I can think about what I'm going to be doing in the future. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, I'll see you later. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.